Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching today. So I get asked a lot to make larger reinforced gift boxes. Usually I just say to people when they want something quite big, just buy it from a shop. I know that sounds awful, but sometimes when you go too big, it can be quite difficult to have the strength still in the box or the bag. So I had a little look. I actually have a gift in here wrapped in some tissue. So this is all ready now to go underneath my Christmas tree. But I wanted to make this reinforced. It's all deconstructed, so every single piece is separate. We put it all together, and I'll show you everything, how to make this lid here. But the main reason for doing this as well is to use my fabric paper, and this is what I picked up from the craft show recently, and I did share it in. And what did I get? And because it's got this lovely gingerbread theme, I thought I would bring out some bits from my Papercraft Society kit, and I've used the Nuvo drops to create these very large dots, which is similar to what I did on the coffin gift boxes that I did for my Halloween series. I think it looks really cool, and it's solid. 2 layers of card plus this and the cloud glue. It's a really strong box, and it would definitely hold some heavier items. So if you know, candles, lots of sweets, tools maybe, this box will be able to handle something like that. So it's really easy to make. You don't need any specialty dies for this one. So let's get into the tutorial. So first of all, we're going to make the base. So I've got here, this is the Lidl cardstock. So it's about a 280 GSM. The key for these reinforced boxes and the bigger ones is you need them to be strong, because they're obviously much larger. So if you just use a lightweight cardstock, they're just not going to hold anything. And even when you pick them up, they're probably going to like bend. So the heavier weight, the better. 350 if you've got it, it's perfect. But 300 or even a 280 is going to be fine, because we're going to be reinforcing. So we're going to be folding the cardstock over itself. And in between, I'm going to be using my construction glue. So this is the Calcott solvent-based glue. So when this dries, it dries extremely hard, and it's just brilliant for any 3D makes. But also the Beacon 3-in-1 is very good as well. So if you've got that, you can use it. And there's other solvent glues out there as well. So first of all, you're going to want to cut yourself 2 pieces of, it's 8 7/8 of an inch by 11. Along the shorter side, you're going to score at 1 and 5. And you want to do that on 2 pieces. So you're going to have 4 inches is going to be the height. This is going to be the base. 4 inches is the height of this one of the sides. This is going to fold in, but I've cut it just a little bit shorter just so it doesn't catch. But that's going to reinforce all of that with that glue in between. So with this one, all you've got to do is just fold and burnish those score lines. So you have this. Now you don't want to stick it just yet, because we want to attach the sides first. And that's these pieces here. So you want to cut yourself 2 pieces of 6 by 8 7/8 of an inch. And again, along this case, it's going to be the longer side. You're going to score at 1 and 5. And then along the short side, you're going to score at 1 and 5. Again, fold and burnish all of the score lines, and you'll see we've got the side here, but we need to be able to attach it to these pieces. So I've added in these tabs. So if you open it up, so the 1 inch is facing away from you, and you're going to cut away these 2 side pieces up to this score line here. So I'm just going to remove the score line. So I'm cutting to the left of the score line on this piece, and then just slightly angled on that side there. And on this one, I'm cutting to the right hand side of the score line. And that way, you know, you've got rid of it all. And then again, I'm just going to cut across, slightly angled. And then you want to remove the squares in each corner here. So again, I'm going to remove that score line, slightly angled on this side here. And then again, remove the score line and cut across that one there. Like so. You're going to do that twice. And then this one I've already stuck in half. So already that is started to dry, and it's very strong. So I'm just going to add my glue all on this side here. And from making your project one day and then going back to it the next, when the glue is completely hardened, you'll really notice a difference. And then just let that spread out and start to dry. So you should have 2 smaller side pieces like this, and then these ones. So what we want to do first of all, so we're going to pop glue on here, and you're going to stick it into here, and then eventually these will stick down, and you'll see we get that reinforced box. So using my glue, cover all of this here. Spread all that out. And then focus on these bottom score lines lining up together. And then everything else will fall into place. And just flip it over and make sure that you can see the score line, like the fold of this piece that you've just stuck down. And then just fold that over and just go to, you know, bring it around. Just check it all folds around nicely. Whilst that one's drying, get your other side and work on this end, because then we can get that one folded down. So again, I'm going to add my glue all over this piece. And then again, just focus on that base score line. Flip it over. I'm happy with that. I'll just bring that one over, bring that around. That's all going to be fine. So I'm going to now add my glue all over this section here. And just use your bone folder just to spread out that glue and make sure it's all secure. Okay, so that's now drying nicely. So now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to add my glue to this end here and stick this down in exactly the same way. Okay, and now you've got to bring this end round and stick it onto this one here, and then we'll fold in that piece. So if I kind of do it so you can see everything. So if you fold that one over and then this one, cover that piece, and then you can just lay that one down flat like this and then just sit that one over the top, and it should all line up. This end still, I can still move it, so that's probably good, because then you've got that wiggle time. Just rub away any glue there. The good thing with the these solvent glues is if you rub them, it all comes away. So, and again, just burnish, and then just fold it this way again. Okay, and then you need to add your glue all over this piece here, and then just fold that in. Because you've cut it slightly shorter, it should fit in perfectly. Don't worry if it's moving like this, because it's going to until we've added the base. Okay, and then I'm going to fold in the two long sides, and I'm going to add some glue to each of the corners, covering about an inch or an inch wide, but if you come up with your glue about an inch, and then just fold those in. Flip it over this way and just make sure that you've got it nice and square. Okay, so that's drying nicely. Then I've got these two pieces here which are 11 by 4, but I've taken just a little bit off of each side, so just a slither, so that they will sit just inside. In fact, I could probably take a little bit off that side there. So I'll just pop that one back out. But you're going to stick one in there, so add your glue all around here and stick this one. Then flip it over, add your glue over everything, and pop the base one down. That's starting to set now, and it's becoming really strong. Next we want to make the lid. So you put it together the same way, we're just working with different sizes. So for the long side, you're going to want two pieces of 3 1/8 by 11, and along the 3 1/8 side you're going to score it 3/4 and 2. This is going to be, the 3/4 is going to be the top lip. I didn't want it too big, so I want to be able to see the fabric paper. So that's the piece that's going to be over the top here. And then this is the reinforced side. So the side's slightly thicker, I just thought it'd look quite nice coming down the side of the box. So that's how it's going to look. It's got that gingerbread kind of feel to it. So two pieces, and then the side ones, you'll want two that are 6 by 3 1/8. Along the 3 1/8 you're going to score at 3/4 and 2, and then along that 6 you're going to score at 1 and 5. This time I'm going to do a bit of cutting, so fold and burnish the score lines, and you want to cut straight down. Don't cut an angle on this, but straight down the 3/4 side. Okay, 3/4, that should be 1 1/4, and then that will be just slightly under 1 1/4. It's this end that you're cutting into, so just down to that first score line, and then remove the corners, but I'm going to cut that on an angle, and again here. Okay, and then have it this way, and you're going to cut up, removing the score line, so cut either side, again up to that first score line, and then again cut this away on an angle. So you've got your side tabs. And this one I've already stuck down, so that's the reinforcement. So keep that 3/4 inch side. It's the slightly under 1 1/4 side that you're adding your glue to. And just fold that one over. And just give that a minute to dry, and then we can start putting the rest together. So you want one of the sides and the long piece. Make sure you got your 3/4 one facing up. You should already have the 3/4 inch piece here, and you can see that that's going to line up with each other there, and you just want to focus on this base score line. That's what we're going to reinforce, so that will fold up and cover this eventually. So I'm going to add my glue all over this section here. Again, just spread it out a little there, and just sit that one down. And just check again that it's all going to fold. And what you can start doing is, when we've stuck this one, just fold it around your box. I'm actually going to stick that one over the top eventually, but if you kind of wiggle it around into that corner, you're going to know this is going to fit. Okay, you want it to be nice and snug, but when you do reinforced boxes, it's easier to get everything to fit because everything's in pieces, so you can just stick it around as you go. So then I'm going to take this one, add my glue onto the side there. Again, make sure the 3/4 inch is facing the top, and just stick that one in there. So, and then again, I'm going to bring it up, and I'm just going to wrap it around the side there, and I can see that that lid is going to fit on there perfectly. And just check, you can see it comes right down to the end, which is going to be ready to attach that piece in a minute. I'm going to grab this one here, and we stuck the wrong side down then, pop my glue on there, and just stick this one down, because then we can fold and stick all of that piece up. So you just wrap it around your box again, just to check it's all going to fit. I'm going to get this down as well and do it all at the same time, because the glue won't set straight away. So just fold that over. Yeah, that's all going to fit. So I'm just thinking, well, no, take it off of this for the minute, but now you want to do the same. She should have this piece still exposed and not stuck down, and then I've got the opposite end here, and I'm going to bring this one, so fold those up, bring that one down, and then you can fold that one right across. It's not going to join completely, purely because it's got to fit around that lid. What you can do is get it in place, and then I'm going to bring it up and slide it from the top here, like so. There we go, bring that down. It is a little bit fiddly, but it just, this way, it just ensures. I'll put it on its side, there we go. Get that top bit folded over, and then you'll get it into place. Okay, so I can just carefully slide that one off, so I know the lid definitely fits, and then I'm just going to finish by adding some glue all down this side, and then fold that one in, and that's going to secure that tab now in place. Just give that a moment to dry a little bit more. Okay, so you should now have your lid, which should be, you know, a nice snug fit. Slides on like so. So we just need to attach these. So I'm going to use, no, I'm going to stick with the cloud still, I think, because it's just going to strengthen them. But I'm thinking I'm going to add the fabric paper next, and then I might put a sheet of acetate or possibly white card underneath to help the images pop anyway. But I'm just going to, and it's going to strengthen the lid even more. So just popped a little bit of glue under there. I just found these festive pegs to use on some gift bags, so I'm just going to pop those in place there, and then again at that end, and just leave that for a moment until they're all secure. So I put the short side over the top of the long side. If you want to do it the other way, you can. I just think that looks quite nice that way. Okay, so that's all dry. So I've cut my piece of fabric paper here to cover inside, and I've just ran some red liner tape all around the edge here. So you just want to cut it so it's smaller than the 4x11 here. And I'm just going to grab my tool here and just take off the backing and then just place that over the top. Now you could put acetate on here first and then pop loads of sequins in here, put some foam around the edge, and then put another piece of acetate so you've got a shaker lid. And I do have a shaker lid box tutorial and I'll link that one. Or you can put acetate, then put this over the top, but I'm going to put this over the top, this down, sorry, first, and then I've got this piece which is just under 4x11, and I'm going to put that in and then put the cloud glue all around there. And this really pops against that white, so you still have the texture, you know, it's very tactile still, but rather than it being, well, we'll see. I'm going to pop this on and then we'll see how it looks, because I'll place it down, but I'm just going to carefully roll that across there. So I've cut it so I can make sure I get, you know, a bit of the tree, the different colour gingerbread. That's now, oh, that looks so nice. I'm really pleased with it. And then just pop that over the top. It's just I was worried that the lid might not be strong enough, but actually that is quite nice. Let me try it with the gift inside. So the gift is in there, it's wrapped in paper. You can kind of still see through it, so I don't want to show it on camera, but I don't think you can see through it, through that fabric. So I don't think I will back it with the white. I think that is going to be just fine. Because I still want to decorate it a bit more with the ribbon and some other bits on top. But in terms of seeing through it, I was a bit worried that you would. But yeah, no, I'm going to leave it like that. But if you do want to back it, then as long as your cardstock's just under the 4x11 of this size here, then it will fit in there fine. But I'm really pleased with that. I think it's lovely. Such a different way to decorate a gift box. So it's now the next day. I decided to cover the top in these very large blobs of Nuvo drops, and I love how it's turned out. I did catch this one with my jumper. I leant over and caught it, so it's kind of an odd shape, but it's in the corner. We'll just ignore that one. But I just thought it really started to build that kind of gingerbread house kind of look that I wanted. The gift's still in there, and I've just left them for a good, it's been over 24 hours now, but they're all dry now, and I just think they finish it really well. But it then got me thinking about other things that I wanted to add to it. So I've got these strips of paper here, and I'm going to cover the sides. I think it looks really nice bringing in this green on the sides there, and it's got the polka dots of all the colours that I've used on the top here. So if you want to do that, you want two sheets that are 3 3/4 by 10 3/4, and then these pieces for the side are 3 3/4 squared at the ends there. And then I thought about a gift tag and how to decorate it a little bit more. So I got the dies from my kit. This was my Papercraft Society kit. It's number 24. This one's sold out, but I know lots of people have this one. If you want to make some little gift tags, you can turn the gingerbread dies into gift tags. So you can see this one here. You haven't got a lot of space, but it's enough room there for me to be able to write a little, you know, something. So I've got this one here, and I just wanted to show you how to put that together in a moment. And then I thought they could both be holding one of the candy canes. So I've got my hot glue gun warming up, and I'm going to pop that on them as well. So I was going to have those two kind of hanging from this bow that I'm going to have on the side. So I'm going to get the bow stuck down, get all this stuck down, and get the twine that I want to use to attach this, and then I'll just show you how to put that one together. Okay, so that's everything stuck down, and I've just put that big bow there. That is from the Daisy May Papercraft Society. It was the burlap that she has in there, so I've just used that on the side, and then I've got this twine here. So with these, you just want to die cut this one in the gingerbread kind of cardstock, and then this one in white. And then I've cut two of the, I did have two of the little hooks here, these ones. So again, you've got the die for that. Typical, I had everything organised. It must be on the floor. Anyway, you want to take that one, and I just popped a little bit of glue. I know it's a textured card, but this will still dry, and you're going to wedge it between the two anyway. Just have that one just at the top there, like so. And then I'm just going to stick this one down. I've put the dies all away now, so I don't want to get them all out. It's only minor. Just cover this in glue, and then just take that one and you just sandwich that together. It just gives you a really cute, just like a little dangle, just something, you know, decorative, but I am going to use this to actually write on. And now you've got those two, and then I've got my hot glue here, so I'm just going to pop a very small amount at the top and the bottom, and I'm going to use my tweezers actually for this because I don't want to burn my fingers. Just sit that across the two there, and do the same with this one. Okay, and then I think I want to have them, I'm thinking about having them dangling down from here, kind of like that. I think that looks quite sweet, so I might do each one separately. So cut a little bit of my never-ending twine, and there you have it. I've just got them dangling down, and then I can just write a little message on the back. But I think it's just very different to how I would normally make a gift box and decorate a gift box, but I think they look really sweet. I'm super pleased with this one. Also, I forgot to mention the colours that I used here, because I know some people will ask. So I've used this is Woodland Green, this one is Rudolph's Nose, and this one is Mustard Gold. Now these two are metallic. I don't have a metallic green. I've got well, it's a very light, it's almost a mossy colour, but I don't have this kind of colour, so I'm going to have a little look, because you can see they've got that metallic finish, whereas that's matte or clear anyway. But I still think it looks lovely. But yeah, there you have it. So a really nice solid box now that's going to hold, you know, quite a few heavier things as well. You could have maybe some, you know, trio of candles in there. You could decorate this as well, but I think because there's so much on the top and then the pattern paper, it's quite nice to just have that block of white. And of course you can decorate this any colour, any, you know, occasion. I think it would also look nice with maybe like a larger sheet of like burlap or some nice, you know, just normal fabrics in there as well. I think that would look really cool. So I hope you've enjoyed this large gift box tutorial from me today. I will link as much of the product in the description box below. I will try and link the fabric paper, but because I got it from the craft show, I'm not sure if I will be able to. I'll show you, this is how it came. I think I got 2 meters. So it's not very wide, it's about 12 inches, 30 centimeters. So, but that's going to keep me going because I'm only going to be using it for this kind of thing. So you'll probably see me use it again in a tutorial next year. But I hope it's given you some ideas. If you've got fabric lying around, you can use it with your paper crafting as well. I think it looks really quite nice. Coming up now will be some other tutorials, some larger gift boxes, so I'll probably have a gift bag there as well, and some other projects you might want to watch next. And if you've enjoyed today and you've not subscribed, if you do subscribe and click the notification bell, then you'll be notified every time I upload a new tutorial. And also check out the playlist because I've got so many tutorials there. So maybe you like this but you don't need something this size, check out the other gift boxes and you might find something you like there. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.